What's going on, guys? It's Luke here. Today we're going to run through this eval trade that I took in the PM session today. This ended up passing an Apex eval for us. Executions are in the Discord. This was a crazy trade, and I'm going to run through really quick. Here is the profit total, 53K. This was an Apex eval. Now this eval was down 1K, so I needed obviously a 53K balance to pass. So I made 4K in this trade. You can obviously one day pass Apex evals. So this is why I love these evals, because they're so cheap. They're like 30 something USD. You do have to pay activation fee, but regardless, like, you're getting a cheap entry fee and you can try to one day pass them. And if you don't, it's really not that big of an investment. And if you do, you know, the payout system's great. So this is the trade that I took, 8.05 R. Obviously, this isn't a trade you hit all the time, but I had conviction in at least my break-even point playing out. And yeah, let's run through this pretty quick. It shouldn't take too long. So coming into the day today, what was the move? We were bullish, obviously, right? We were trending higher. And overall, I was saying if we did continue bullish, I wanted to see price fill this unfilled 4-hour gap up here. We did have some draws leading into that 4-hour gap, and usually CE is a strong target. And as you can see, CE, that 4-hour gap, market's about to close, but we might hit there before market closes or sometime when market opens later. So obviously today we had, you know, a move up. I didn't catch any longs, unfortunately, but I did catch this short. If you guys seen my trade recap earlier, I caught this small in and out short into the unfilled 30-minute gap right here. And as you can see, what did price do? Tap that 30-minute gap and continued up. So basically the whole move of the day was just catching retraces and looking for longs. But obviously if you have a short idea and the short is valid, you can short into unfilled gaps because you can expect price to rebalance the gaps and then go higher, right? So obviously this was AM session, hopped off the charts, and then I had some free time and I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try to work on this eval, and if I lose it, I don't really care because again, the evals are so cheap, right? So what did I see here? Yes, we're trading in a 4-hour gap, but we are still respecting bullish order flow, okay? We are respecting out of a 15-minute bullish fair value gap, and again, we still have CE of that 4-hour gap above, which could be a draw on liquidity if price wants to slowly trade towards it. That's where I'd be looking, right? Do I want to force a short right now when the order flow is completely bullish? No, it's never a good idea when price is trending like this. We've been seeing this a lot in this market, where price will just trend and trend and trend and trend, and everyone will be trying to force reversals, and it just doesn't work. So after you see price come in and start rebalancing a 15-minute gap, there's a high probability it's just going to continue up, especially when we do have a midpoint up there, which is always a strong draw on liquidity. So again, price comes into this 15-minute gap right here. So I'm keeping an eye on price at this point, and I don't want to bet against the trend. And obviously right now, the trend is bullish. So what do I see here? Okay. What do I see? I see price come in, sweep out these internal lows right here, and then we get a retrace into OTE. Okay, so if you pull this OTE fib from here to here, you can see we're respecting around the 0.62. So at this point, I'm looking and I'm thinking, okay, you know, I'm not going to short here, first of all, because I want to see price. In order for me to want to short, I want to see us disrespect this 15-minute CE and then start looking for continuation shorts to take out this lower resistance liquidity. But until that happens, I'm bullish. So again, price comes down, sweeps out these internal lows right here. We get a nice respective OTE right there. So at this point, this 1-minute gap opens up. So the way I'm looking at this is, again, for shorts, if price comes down, starts trading below this wick and we get a continuation, only then will I be looking for shorts. But until then, if we inverse this 1-minute gap with a strong close, I know I can most likely get break even at this high right here. And then we're probably, if we continue to displace past this high, we're probably going to go for this high, and then I could just leave the trade to run. That's just how I'm thinking about it. So again, I have $1,000 to work with, $1,000 daily loss limit regardless on these Apex accounts. So I see this 1 minute get inversed, and it is a great inverse. We strongly inverse it, strong body close. We do get a bit of a top wick, but I'm thinking at this point, higher time frame order flow is bullish. We still have CE, the 4-hour. We have this internal high we can target and this internal high we can target. We're respecting OTE after an internal sweep. 1-minute inversion with a strong displacing close. I'm just going to go for this, and we'll see what happens. And worst case, I get break even. It's really not that big of a deal. So 5-point stop, because when you get a strong inversion like this and price is just trending like this, you can usually put your stop at the base of the body. And obviously I wanted to be a little bit more risky on this because it was eval. Now, if it was a funded trade, I probably would have my stop probably below the low, most likely like I'd probably have it somewhere around here for about a like 10-point stop, something like that. But since this is eval, I'm gonna run it below the body, and at that point we got a strong inversion. If price is going to come back down, and like it's probably just gonna dump at that point. So again, run it there. 5 minis. I do get a bit of a bad fill. I get filled at 921, which wasn't that big of a difference. But anyway, price starts playing out. I have this marked as my break-even point, but we wick past it, and I'm like, I want to see, because a lot of the times price will put in a top wick and then continue to displace the next candle. So I'm like, I'm going to wait for one more candle. Worst case, I manually close this trade out at break-even, but I want to see, you know what I mean? We'll see what happens. So this next candle just aggressively displaces past, and this is when I go break-even here. Now, again, ideally, if we got a strong body close above this break-even point, like say the candle closed like this, I would have gone break even, but I had conviction at this point. I'm like, okay, we're probably going to want to run this high, so I'm going to give it a little bit more room. We get this strong displacing close right here where I go break even on the 116 candle. And at this point, could I have TP'd early? Yeah, but I'm like, I want to try to do this in one trade. I'm just going to leave it and kind of just see what happens. So I just set alerts, and yeah, 40 points. And it ended up playing out for the 4K profit target after the 1K drawdown. So we ended up at the 53K balance, and we ended up passing the eval. So the total trade was about 8R. Again, I'll run through it for you guys really quick, okay? One more time. Higher time frame order flow is bullish. We are trending higher. We're putting in higher highs and higher lows. Every time price comes into a higher time frame imbalance, we respect it and go higher. You see right here, we tap this 15-minute, we go higher. We tap this 15-minute, we go higher. We tap this 15-minute, I'm expecting price to go higher, potentially towards the midpoint of this massive 4-hour gap. From there, scaling down, looking at the entry time frames, we sweep this internal low, we come back, we respect OTE. We get a 1-minute inversion with a strong close. I run my stop below the body because I'm confident in this trade. We have a clear break-even point. As soon as price starts to slowly chop up, we get this nice displacing close where I go break even. And again, if this was like a funded trade, I'd probably TP at these highs right here. But since I had conviction in this and I wanted to just see if we could end up, hitting the home run play, we end up catching the full 40 points, and yeah, we end up passing the eval. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Again, pretty crazy trade. Again, obviously going to be a lot riskier with eval trades, but it is what it is. This is how I add evals to my stack. And that's it from me, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.